Hello and welcome to Wisdom Solutions for the Family. My name is leone Chukwuma. I'm glad to have you on today. We're treating a series that says 25 questions you need to ask, certain things you need to find out before you walk down the aisle with anybody. Today we're going to treat question number 2. Question number 2 says, what are his or her roots? You need to find out the roots of this person you're going to live with. Who is this person? Who are his parents? How many times did this woman's mother marry? How many times did this man's father or woman's father marry? Does he or she come from a polygamous background? I want to say something quickly about polygamous backgrounds. When a man, for example, has like 10 wives, the tendency is that the home will not be as organized as a man who has just one wife. Because when you have so many wives, as if you have so much different characters everywhere in the house. Every woman caters to her own children. It's not like a normal home. And in our times, a lot of people are monogamous. They are no longer as polygamous as they used to be. Now, if you are getting married to somebody whose home is a polygamous home, you need to find out, in this polygamous home, was it organized polygamy? Was it that their father had maybe a very big house and everybody lived in that house? Or was it like the father had different houses and had different wives living in different houses? And they meet maybe during Easter and Christmas, or maybe during Salah. You need to find out. You need to ask. You need to find out, because there's so many things that get to happen to people who are brought up in homes where nobody took care of them. If you want to understand the deep root of dysfunction, the deep root of dysfunction is when a child grows up without love. This child, nobody cares about this child. This child is about 6, 7. He caters to himself. Before you know it, this child goes into his shell. He's not relating well with people. He's not a social being as the child should be. Because when this child gets wounded, maybe the mother has left the father and maybe another wife is in the house. Nobody to talk to. Nobody to really show that person love. It becomes very difficult for that person as an adult to show love. So you need to understand what you're walking into. Is this person a normal person who is a normal social being, or is this lady or man a very dysfunctional person? You need to find out. Because if you don't find out a lot about somebody's roots and you run in, you may eventually run out. It is very important to find out what the upbringing of the person that you want to settle down with is like. So you need to ask, and you need to patiently listen so that you can piece things together. You need to find out what are the predominant traits in the family. You know, there's some families you relate with. You find out that when they are fighting, somebody is using machete and chasing another person, and they are not afraid to shed blood, because anger is a problem in that family. Almost everybody knows how to be angry and express anger. You need to find out. You need to find out why they are poor or why they are rich. Let me say something about poverty and wealth. Poverty comes as a result of a mentality. There are people who believe that when they get 1 naira, they should spend 1 naira. So they end up poor, because before you can buy a good car or build a good house, you would have disciplined yourself not to spend all the money you're making, to keep some and then use it to do something that people can see and say, wow, I love that house, I love that car, I love that. So, but there are people, all they do is every money that enters into their family, they spend everything. So they end up poor. See, if you want to walk into a family, for example, where everybody is angry, you have to be a very stable person to handle an angry spouse. For example, if you want to walk into a family where they are poor, you have to know that you have a job to change the mindset of that person coming from that poor family. Remember that when someone comes from a poor family, the person has developed a lot of complexes coming up, because when the person is in school, for example, during time to pay school fees, most of the time they will chase him home. Other children will laugh at that person. So with time, this person that comes from a poor family develops complexes. The next thing you will see is that when money enters the hand of this person, he starts to show his clothes, his watch, his shoes, his car, everything that he's going to use is very important to him. He wants to make a statement. So he wants to wear designers all the time. He's always trying to make a statement. I have arrived. So and you, that you know that you come from a very comfortable background, you don't have that complexes. If you come from a comfortable background, you're not always under the pressure of proving anything to anybody. For example, if you see someone whose father is very rich and the person is dressed simply, all you will assume is that this person wants to dress simply. You don't say no, this person is poor, that's why he can't get better clothes. You assume that this person doesn't like to overdress. But when someone is poor and doesn't dress, you conclude immediately that it's because this person doesn't have money. That's why he's dressed like this. So someone who comes from a poor background and has always been at that level has a problem to prove something. So before you get married to anybody, you need to find out what the roots of that person is, what the background of that person is.